Hi, my name is Dylan Hong, and today we're going to be talking about these guys, the Paww WaveSound 2.1s. They retail right around $70 US, and let's see how they do. In the box, the Paww WaveSound 2.1 come with a USB cable, an auxiliary cable, a really pretty good carrying case, and the headphones themselves. The peripherals are pretty standard, so I'm really just going to focus on the headphones here. The headphones have a soft rubber matte feel to them. They're definitely made out of plastic for most of the outer shell, but definitely also metal for most of the inner and moving parts. So that means the folding hinges and structural supports all feel really solid. The ear cuffs and headband also feel really soft and comfortable, and when putting them on your head, they actually fit fully around your ears, and at headphones for $70, I expect them to, but it is also a pleasant surprise. If you've seen any of my videos talking about a lot of budget, maybe not super expensive headphones, my largest gripe about them is that they don't always go completely over your ears, and thankfully these do. This is such a big factor for me in being able to wear headphones for extended periods of times, and I've been able to wear these headphones for 2 hours and not have any fatigue in weight, in comfort, in anything. They're really comfortable headphones. The rest of the build quality is pretty solid, and I think the design is okay. It's an understated, really standard design. I got the brown and silver variant, while there is a black and silver one as well. They both look pretty good. Not the most gorgeous headphones I've ever seen, but once again, pretty good. For $70, I'm not complaining. I wanted to get through a lot of that stuff really quickly so we could talk about the sound and their general use. The company that makes these headphones say that they run off Bluetooth 4.2, which should mean lower latency, and this is one of the big selling points of their product. And while I do think that it is improved latency, and there have been pretty much no Bluetooth drop-offs that I've experienced, it's not zero latency. It is noticeable still. And while it's maybe not as bad as delays where, you're watching TV with your headphones in and it's just so distracting because there's such a large amount of latency, there is still some latency. And I would say it's within the range of completely comfortable to watch movies, TV with, but I wouldn't wear these expecting zero latency or, sub 5 millisecond latency just because they're Bluetooth 4.2. And on that note, if you are gaming with them, which you can do because they're extremely comfortable and you can keep them on for long periods of time, I would recommend using the aux cable just to cut down on latency and potentially not run into battery issues. And on the note of battery, they do last around 16 hours, and in my use, just as long as I remember to charge them every once in a while, I don't have to think about battery ever, because I don't really think that I've ever spent 16 straight hours listening to music. I think the best way to describe the sound of these headphones is fun. They're really good quality, fun, punchy headphones. And not saying that the bass is overwhelming, because it's not. They put a lot of the frequencies focus on the high ends and low ends, and that's typically what you'd find in other fun headphones like Beats or non-audiophile headphones. And while it doesn't make for the most complicated music experience, right? You don't want to sit down and just think about the composition of the music while you're listening in these headphones in like a completely silent room. They're really, really good for being out and about and listening to music. It's not the widest soundstage you'll ever get, and it's not the best at instrument isolation, but overall they actually do sound really good. And for $70 being Bluetooth, I'm completely happy with them. It does highs really well, it does lows really well, and the mid-range gets a little muted, as we just generally see in these sorts of headphones, especially these sorts of consumer headphones. If that's the sort of market or consumer base that you're coming from, these headphones are going to sound probably what you want them to sound like. And I think that's pretty good for, once again, $70 Bluetooth headphones, especially with the increasingly large amount of smartphones that are ditching the headphone jack. If you're looking for just good quality music listening headphones for $70, I highly recommend these actually. For the price, I actually find very little that Paww could have done better. I think that the build quality is exactly where I want it to be. The comfort levels are great. The battery life is good enough. The Bluetooth audio quality is really good, and the Bluetooth latency is minimal. They look decent, sound great for the price, and I really like these headphones. So if you're looking for a pretty good pair of casual listening headphones in the $70 range, which is right, in a weird middle spot. It's above budget headphones, but it's below audiophile or below high-end headphones. So it's like high-end normal headphones, and I actually really like that. They sound good, they feel good, and I give them thumbs up. I've got to give a shout out to Paww for sending out the headphones and making this review possible. My name is Dylan Hong, this has been Dylan Hong Tech. Like and subscribe for some more tech goodness, and thanks for watching.